We are so pleased to welcome to the program today Trinity Presbyterian volleyball coach Sarah Dubberley and senior setter Addison. Welcome to the program, guys.
Hey, thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome. Well, I want to talk about where you are this season, but let's jump like a little bit to last season. First of all, you guys won the 3A state championship, so that meant that you moved up into 4A. But then just this past weekend, you beat the defending Class 7A state champ, Spain Park. Tell me what that felt like.
I mean, it was awesome, because they probably just thought we were like a small school that, they probably never even heard of. But it was a really fun game. I think we played with a lot of energy, and we really wanted to win that game. So it was really fun.
I was super proud of the girls. The first set, I don't think that they fully understood, like, y'all can absolutely do this. And so gave them a little motivation to do so. And I was just so pleased with how they responded and came out and took sets 2 and 3.
That's awesome. Well, Coach, I want to ask you, I can't help but ask you because I think it's so interesting. Last year in the state championship finals, I understand that you played your husband's volleyball team. He's a volleyball coach at Catholic. That's a crosstown rival there in Montgomery. Tell me a little bit about how that felt and how it might have been at home, maybe leading up to and then after that match.
I think we had a pretty good idea at the beginning of last year that there was a high likelihood that might happen. We just try and keep it all in perspective and remind ourselves that we're blessed to each have our own program and that each of our programs are doing well enough to make it to where we have to see each other in the state championship. So
that is really awesome. Well, let's pivot a little bit to the future here. Well, in the present, right now, you guys are 27-5, which is outstanding. Tell us a little bit about what you think the rest of the season holds for your team.
You go.
I think we have a lot of potential to make it far this year. And I mean, we've been doing pretty good, Usually like towards the beginning of the season we kind of start off slow. But I think this year we really started off like with a lot of like motivation. And I think that's good because, we won 2 state championships, and sometimes it's easy to like let up and just be like, I got it. But I think that we all know that Catholic's a good team, which is one of our big opponents. And so we all just have a lot of motivation to beat them. And yeah.
We have been focusing this year a lot on every time we step on the court, improving, whether it's in practice or in games, rather than proving that we're in the position that we have been in. And so that's been our mentality, isn't that we have anything to prove. It's just every time we get on the floor, we're going to continue to grow.
Well, that's great. Coach Dubberley, I think you're probably an expert and, able to talk about this next question. But according to the NFHS, volleyball is the fastest growing high school sport in the nation. And with you being a coach and with your husband being a coach, I mean, I guess you can feel that personally. But what do you think the future holds for high school volleyball?
I was an Air Force kid, so I grew up all over, and in other places I lived, kids used school volleyball to get better for club season. And my husband and I have always coached travel volleyball together. But here in Alabama, I feel like it's almost flipped. Kids play school ball to improve for high school. And I'll be interested to see if that ever changes and there's more of a push for kids playing at the next level. But I understand why it's growing. Volleyball is such a fun sport. It's fun to watch. It's quick. It's not boring. So I understand why it's growing so much. And I love it.
Well, it shows. And thank you both so much for joining us this week. We look forward to seeing what you do the rest of the season, and we will be back right after this on AHSAA TV Weekly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.